Out of the 3 boats that we've brought, looking at functionality and amenities, the Century 2600 might be the perfect blend.
You're right, and let me tell you something. Talk about maximum range. Unless you're going over 400 miles, this boat is the boat for you. You can run it all day on the twin 200s with the kind of fuel it sips. It's got serious fishing room. It's got serious features that make the boat very functional, whether you're fishing hard or kind of fishing part-time.
Well, if you look inside too, the little things that they've done with their electrical switching system, it's not just a pair of battery switches you've seen on a lot of other boats. This one, it's an actual complete system, and the motor, when it senses a low voltage, will actually go ahead and charge the batteries using this system.
Really? Show it to me.
Okay, here's the switch I was talking about. They call it a DVR, and that's not what you watch at home in front of the television. Digital voltage relay. In other words, instead of just a little battery switch, it really controls all the electrical functions on the boat, senses a low voltage, gets charges from the motor, charges your batteries automatically.
Really? So anytime the motor's running, if the batteries get low, the motors can sense it, or the switch obviously senses it, sends voltage to the batteries.
Right, and that way you don't have to do it yourself with all the switches. This whole panel does it all for you.
That's a feature after my own heart. As a kid, I once spent a day and a half waiting to get rescued. You know why? Batteries went dead, didn't know it, couldn't even call for help.
What I'm sitting on here, you've got a bait prep station with a fresh and saltwater wash down, a nice little sink, and a nice big live well with a clear lid that you like.
You know about me and clear lids. I've been surprised too many times when I took the cover off the lid and found a live well full of dead bait 30 miles offshore. Nothing's worse. I still love transom doors. They serve so many purposes. Divers stepping on, fish of a lifetime sliding through, makes it easier to get on and off the dock in a lot of cases. But I'm big on not wasting space, and they've got these gunnel rod lockers that come all the way down there, lockable. It's an option on this boat. I think it's a great use of space, and they also solved an age-old problem, opening the ice chest under the rocket launcher. It's on a slide. It slides out, gives you maximum access to your cooler.
Well, in over 2 years of doing Best Boat, we've seen a lot of T-tops, but I love a molded hard top like this. Got a place for your LED lights, got a place for your speakers, your electronics box. But one thing, especially here in Florida, hot afternoon, these misters make a huge difference in your comfort level. All right, I know we talk about this a lot, but the importance of a proper console fit to the boat is really everything. This console is just the right size for this boat. It's big enough for all your electronics, but it doesn't overpower the boat. The layout is really, really comfortable. You got a footrest down here. You have switches that you can easily see while you're underway. They did a great job with the overall layout. Have a side entry door, and what I like too is you've got an actual marine head down there in case you bring the family and they want a place to go use the facility.
Yeah, but hold on. There's so many little things that enhance the experience that people don't even think about. You start to see these consoles now with these channels here, here, and here. That means 3 things. You can put a lip here so nothing falls off. You go to run, your cell phone's not coming flying off. But should you get any water up here, it's going to drain right off the top of the console. You're not going to have it sitting there. It's the little tiny things like that that make the difference with a quality builder. You don't even know why you like it better, but you know you do.
Well, it just speaks to their heritage. Look, face it, Century's been building boats for a long, long time. They've got the experience to get it right.
Let's go forward. I want to show you what sets this boat apart. Here's where we add a touch of class that sets this boat apart. Let me tell you, there's different scenarios you can use here, Dave. These cushions come off. Great place to gaff fish, throw a cast net, what up. The cushions come on, great place to sit while you're not running hard. This table, you first look, it's just a table, but look at how well it's thought out. Look how nicely it fits in here. It's not too big, you don't have to have it out. You can run offshore and leave it right where it is.
But you know what we're sitting on, right? We're sitting on 2 insulated fish boxes. So it's a lot of additional storage if you want to make a long run and keep all your stuff off the deck. But as you catch your fish, especially if you gaff a big fish here on the bow, drop him right here in the fish box.
Oh, it's definitely the best use of space up here, and it's a nice touch when you're not hardcore fishing.
The last thing I want to talk about is it's got a built-in anchor windlass up in the bow. You don't see it, but you know there's an anchor underneath there. If you open this door here and you look at the size of that plate, man, it just speaks to the ruggedness of how they put this boat together.
They put it together to stay together. It's exactly how they built it. You can run it 5 years, you can run it 30 years. The key functions of this boat are going to be exactly like they were the day you bought it.
26 to 30 foot center consoles are fishing machines that can also be outfitted to cruise your family around in comfort and style, and may just be the best boat for you.
Okay, hopefully we've shown you this class of center console and how all three boats were similar but really different.
Nothing's out of your range with these, Dave. You want the apex, you want to go for the top of the food chain. These boats can reach them. There's no place for them to hide.
Well, not only that too, we've shown you the difference between a boat for hardcore tournament fishing, another boat that can bring the family with a little bit more comfort, and another boat that you can actually sleep on and not need a hotel room. For more information on the three boats that you've seen today, go to our website, floridasportsman.com, go to the boating page and click on the Best Boat link.
Or we'll see you next week on Florida Sportsman Best Boat.
Be sure to join us next week as we look at catamarans on Florida Sportsman Best Boat. Each month, turn to Florida Sportsman for the best in boating and fishing coverage.